Wanna move my feet, wanna drink on one. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink on one. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink on one. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink on one.
Hey, hey, journeyman, gentlemen. This is Hero's Journey with Dr. D. I do apologize for the technical difficulties, but I think we got it all straight. Um, Let me just wait till everybody just gets pre-populated back on, and I have everything perfect, y'all. Everything perfect, but it's not. It's not. Okay, let me. Okay, here we back. Okay, journeyman, journeywomen. This is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Here to encourage, to motivate, to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. Okay, that's enough. All that. That's enough. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me take a sip to that. Oh, okay. To start you off, I do apologize. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Had everything perfect, perfect, and perfect. Had the lighting right. Got my background scenes. Uh, I had my sound and my music going, and then I get on air, play my previews, and then Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. And Murphy's Law hit, it just don't seem good. However, I'm back. I'm back. So this is what I generally do when starting off the broadcast. So what I do is that first time I fumble around to see about get my sounds on and my videos on. But what I will do, I put a link over to the comment section. Comment section. So copy link. But the comment section. So when I get to the Q and A, when I get the Q and A part of this broadcast, then if you want to give you 2 cents, go ahead and give me your 2 cents. You may get a metaphorical nickel back. Go figure. Right? May get a nickel back. Thought that's cute. That's cute. It, all right, all right. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, people. Okay, so I put my link over. Okay, I put the link up there. So therefore, if you're already on, go ahead, click yourself in to get in the back room. So when it's time to come aboard, then I click it on. We're always open for new communication, new conversation, and new perspectives. Now you see right up top, we have these two versions of this lovely lady. I do not know her name. I just came across it on the internet and I thought it would be an interesting topic to talk about tonight. And now, you know the subject matter. The subject of tonight is what happened? What? What happened? What happened? What? What happened? Have you ever been like at a cookout or just a church function or somewhere and just been nosy and heard dialogue in the background and just seemed too juicy to ignore? Maybe you, but me. And sometimes you get and somebody say something about a person you know, just a topic that sounds interesting, something that may be dear to your heart, or something you may find interesting to actually to make a conversation about the wrongs and the rights of it. Well, when I crossed this, I said, don't make no kind of sense. You got two angles. You got two angles that you see Ogre right there. Ogre right there. I got two Ogre right there. Two versions. The one she's smiling, she's happy, she got a African garb on, looking right, uh, Queen Estrish. And then the other version is that she got a big clock beside her head. So the question is, why did she get a big knot on the side of her head? And the answer is with a brick. A brick. Can you believe it? A brick. And the brick was utilized by no other than a male. How dare he, right? Yeah, generally seeing women they fighting, they may duke it out like WWE. They slam, hit a chair, knock him over, hit him into a table. You know, beat him real bad. But of course, that's staged, and therefore, for entertainment purposes, we watch it. Uh, the question, the question is not that this was staged. But I have a couple of questions that concerns me. When this young lady experienced this, when she got hit and the melatonin started swelling up, what was her first? I don't know what was her first, but what one of the thoughts were to put it on Instagram. Was the thought is because I want the whole world to see what type of carnage that man has done to me. Or twofold, I want the world to see what type of carnage and I can go viral. Aha, I can go viral. And that's the question. So you can see my question. Oops, upside your head with a brick. Wrong or right? Two schools of thought. One school of thought would say that, hey, a man should never hit a woman. Um, other school of thought would say that she stepped into a man's world. And with that same school of thought that she stepped in a man's world, she came to me, she addressed me like a man. So I responded in kind. My my logic is that okay, I understand that point of view. You respond in kind, but bro, with a brick, yeah, the woman with a brick, yeah, you she must have something bad to eat. Maybe her breath is just stinking. She said some bad words. She belittled you. Made you feel less than a man, and she has a serious halitosis because you just got a brick, a rock, or whatever. You cloud. No, I get it. I think that what happens generally is that I think what happens is I think this culture has got so uh um how can I put it tastefully, so to speak. I think the boldness of some women to address a man and not to expect any retaliation because things are shifted in their favor. You're supposed to protect me, not hit me. I can cuss you out. I can belittle you. I can do everything a man would do to you, but I should not receive the any kind of response that a man would get. Yet on your the other voice, the other conversation that you may be displaying was saying that I don't need a man. I can do whatever a man can do. And and so therefore treat me like a man. Now would it be right for that guy to hit a man with a brick? No, but it wouldn't be such a big deal because men go against men. I mean, you talk junk, bruh. Oh yeah, so you came with it, so I'm gonna come with it too. I didn't think you need to hit with a brick. Maybe they dealt with, walk away. That's the best case because things, even if he was in the right, then she put it still doesn't benefit him on the end. But then the guy sitting around watching. Yeah, that's but then she had a backstory. She had a backstory about she's a YouTuber and she goes around slapping old people and doing videos about it. I got one video online that um, she slaps. She's I've never did anything wrong with anybody, but she videos slapping a man, just slapping an older white man, and just walking away like he's not gonna do anything. And so for reaction, the white guy did not pay her to do it, but she did it anyway. I mean, so and I don't think it's just one, but there's one online, and then it shows her. her points of view that she said. I mean, when you document everything virtually, I mean, you say one thing and you're not genuine. It shows that you're disingenuous, and also that really now again, I am not warranted. That brick, a brick, bro, a brick. Isn't your hand hard enough? Well, maybe it's close to them. I don't know. All right. So, with that be saying, I have my synopsis that yeah, this is it's wrong on both accounts. My elementary school teachers would say, two wrongs don't make it right, but which is worse? That's for y'all to figure out. So I'm gonna bring going. All right, we got Tito coming in. Clean your yeah, clean your. You like you in the spirit realm.
Yeah, I blurred my background.
Yeah, you look a little bird too. Tito, are you all right? Do you see Jesus?
Talk to him all the time. He's on the main line.
All right. Let me see the other one. The other one. Let me
Sleepy,
see.
sleepy
Yeah.
Brown.
But Steve Brown, he's in the new Snow White. You know where everybody's tall. All right.
What's up, Sleepy?
Evening, all.
Was that middle finger?
No, it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw one finger.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw.
my background did blur it. I see it now. I might need to put a clear. I might need to unblur my background.
Are you see it now? Yeah. So it's like use it doesn't every day does seem like Tito's in the heavenlies. He's transcendent.
Yes, it's yeah. I see a lot of light. It's very glossy. That's
It,
good.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about it. You see my see Auntie Thelma up top. Auntie Thelma. Let's talk about it. Well, I saw the video. You see in it. I know Renee. You seen the clip. Tito, you seen the clip as far as old girl get she had an altercation and
Shut my
you know the
door. I'm sorry. My door got open behind me.
the
Yeah.
angels. Uh, um, the altercation with the young lady is is a group of men. Is a group of men around her. Her issue was that she got hit with a brick, and she videoed and said, I got hit with a brick, and they did not do anything to protect me."
Mm,
However, she has postings saying that uh, I'm a feminist and pretty much I'm generalizing, but I'm a feminist, but a man ain't good for nothing, and we don't need them for anything. Blah 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 blah, and so on and so on. And also, she has posting, and she said, "I didn't do anything wrong. I never did anything. Nobody." And then they show stuff online where she does videos of slapping slapping older white men and taking video for reaction videos and
mm.
laugh.
I know what you're talking about. I saw bits and pieces of that, and I did see where she was like posting like all these men around here, nobody
Right.
taking up for me. And I have seen where she was talking smack and talking about men don't need a man, and how I guess how she can get a well. I don't think she liked men. I think she's on the other team
Yeah, I think so. I
from
think I saw a video where she was
from the
saying
front.
that.
She
Yeah, because the way she was acting, I even heard her
said something about
and
lesbian.
yeah. That word, yeah. Uh, but I think it's more. It's probably more to the story. I don't think a guy just bust her in the face with a brick. I think it's a little bit. It got to be something. And I know what else I saw. I saw a clipping of a guy that said he was one of the guys that was there
Watching,
and
right,
watching, and she was antagonizing the guy
right.
that hit her with the brick. So I don't know how far that went and stuff, So it's more than one side to that story. And I honest as a guy, I just don't see a guy just hitting a not a normal guy hitting a woman in the face with a brick. I just don't see it for like no apparent reason. Like I walk up and I just hit you in the face with a brick. Of all things,
Yeah, the brick. I said, the brother brick. Yeah. What you think, Renee?
Yeah, I saw the video where the guy was there saying he was one of the people that didn't help her, and he clearly said that she was ridiculing guys, she was antagonizing him. Not that but he said if you're going around looking for trouble, you can't expect me to help you when you get trouble. So apparently she's a YouTuber or she
Yeah.
does videos where she pretty much goes out and, does things to people for attention, like go around smacking older couples and stuff like that over. Um, but his explanation made sense. He was basically saying, listen, you out here starting trouble. Trouble got you, and then you want us to bail you out, and they weren't willing to do that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's pretty much what he said, and I agree with him 100%. You can't and throw the rock and then hide your hand and then want the protection of everybody else, but you threw the rock.
Right.
My thing is, how could men not good for anything else? They're not good for nothing. However, when it comes to a point where you need to be protected, oh, I need a real man to protect me. But I already said I don't need a real man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah. That is kind of like an oxymoron, huh?
yeah. I'm a woman. Hear me roar, then roar, roar, Sheba, roar, roar. You
Yeah.
got it. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go get that souffle. Do WWE
It's
on it.
just, I think
Do a
it's just
Ronda.
crazy. It's crazy times that we're in. For the, it's like you want your cake and eat it too. It's crazy. It's just really, really crazy. This feminist movement, all of this craziness is just just really like what do you want? Do you want what you say you want, or when you get what you want that you said you want, you really don't want it because the weight that you have to carry that goes along with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You got to make a decision,
Yeah,
either
you,
in or out.
yeah, and we all been taught. Most of us guys, been males, have been taught that hey, we're the protectors, we're the providers, we're all of these things, and you have uh, you have a woman come along and say, no, this is I am all of these things. And then when the pressure hit, they don't want that pressure, but they trying to wear your shoes, trying to play your role, but they don't want it. It's kind of like it's kind of like you want my glory, but you don't want the back part of the story of how I got to my glory, all the struggles that I went through to get to where I'm at. But you want the shiny things that I have achieved, but you wasn't there when I can barely eat. You wasn't there when I was struggling trying to get there, but you want all of this. And then when the reality hits you of what you have to do to get this and how you maintain it, you don't want that pressure.
Like you want the goal, but you don't want to be a part of the process.
Right, 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 right. Exactly.
Because
That's I like how you put that. You shorten
because
that up.
it's heat in the
Yeah.
process, and no. I'm supposed to shine. I'm supposed to sparkle, but I don't want
Mhm.
to experience the heat. But if you don't want to experience the heat with me, how you call you want, but you want the goal?
Mhm.
It's almost as if you know you struggle. You may struggle to get to a certain place, and when you get there, you have to you say without my it's two things you can say it's two things you can say and be politically correct. You said, I like to thank God for my family because without my family, uh, I would not have been here. Or I like to thank God for my wife. Without my wife, I would not have been here because you have it's the family, and
Mhm.
then you have some women that's really in there with you. So the choice is: are you a wife that wants to be grouped with the family, or you want to be, part of the engine? You know, yeah. Do you want to be like, oh yeah, babe, I got it. If you can't see and you're driving, I'll hold the steering wheel. That's ride or die.
Mhm.
Not, I'm just get out. I'm, I'm gonna call Leroy. See, you can come get me.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, I signed up for this. No, no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you gonna get to A to B. Well, babe, I still can drive. I just can't see. I just need you to guide. Just guide me. We only gotta go 5. I'm calling Uber.
Yeah, I can talk you through it. I just can't use my eyes right now. I got it right here, but I need you to take the actions for me.
Yeah, I ain't taking nothing. I ain't signed up for this. Yes, you did. You did it. Mm, no, that's not what it said in the movie. Oops, did I say that?
Mhm. But them Vols said for better or for worse, sickness and good health.
Yeah, but my better don't look like your worst. I saw a YouTube video of this. It was y'all probably seen it too. Is a man and woman who's getting married, and the pastor said, the vows. He said, "Will you love and respect him? Better for worse." She said, "Will you obey him?" She said, "Oh, you can just skip over that part."
Mm, that's a
Level.
problem right there.
It's like he said, we went over this in counseling. Oh no! I'm not gonna say it. Just skip over to the next part.
Yeah, that's a problem. You can't have two heads.
Yeah, yeah. I
It
said
would always be a conflict.
because how can you? The argument is that how can I refuse to obey the head of the house, but I go to my job and I obey my boss?
And it happens every day.
Right, and don't see anything wrong with it. And I think because the culture has actually it has initiated a mindset that I gotta take care of myself. I know he there, but whatever. I gotta take care of my own. And I've had a friend told me, like, I think I think maybe it's southern. I don't know what type of mindset is that. Listen, they say this, baby, always have your stash that you don't know about
Mhm.
Hmm.
in case you gotta leave town.
Hmm. I have
Yeah,
heard that statement before too.
yeah. It's it. And really, they have a stash. What they're telling these women, and this the older generation telling women, have a stash for you and your kids, and leave your husband. I know. I have a friend that he was working hard, and he thought everything was fine. Thought everything was fine. No, he's working his business and he was teaching it. His work, everything was fine. I mean, he just engaged with it, coitus with his wife early the day before, and he came home from work. Honey, I'm home. Only these saw the house was left was a purse. The furniture, everything was moved
Mm.
out,
Wow.
and the purse failed because when it was moving, it actually dropped the purse. And she moved across town. This is Illinois. She moved across town to back to her parents' house, and
Wow.
uh, and it's nothing he did wrong. He's just like, well, I just wanted to go home. I just left, and she actually come back. He said, no, no. But the point is, he didn't know. Everybody has difficulties, but he was left unaware. He was left unaware that this was happening, and so
Mhm.
she had a safety net. She just left and went.
You know, that safety net stuff is kind of scary because I understand in a way, but then on the other hand, it's kind of scary. It's like you planning on failing. It's like
Right,
you know, I say this is the love of my life. We taking vows in front of God and people, and I'm saying this is the one, but at the same time, I got some doubt because I got this backup plan. I got to put this money away. I'm
right.
not I'm not taking this money and putting it away because I want to surprise my spouse with a gift, but I'm taking it. I'm putting it away because just in case things don't work out.
That's called a prenup.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? You should do a prenup, but most women would get upset if you had assets and money and you was like, well, I just met you and things are going fine. I love you. We it's been 2 years we've been dating. I think you the one. Well, we can't use the word think when it comes to that decision. I know you are the one. Since you are the one and you think I'm the one, let's do this prenup. She'll walk
Right.
out, she'll probably walk right out that door.
I I had yeah. I
You
had
get what I'm saying?
yeah. I had a friend said that he thought that Michael Jordan should have did a prenup with his first wife. He said because he was young. He said and he said he'd make all the money. He should have had one. But yeah, but I don't live in that house. But he said that yeah, I don't live in that. I know somebody who, on the flip side, she got remarried, and the husband had no problem with the prenup because she had lot of funds, and she wasn't getting caught up in a loophole, and they happy. Is
Yeah,
agreement.
but that's usually if it's the guy that's asked. But when it's the female, it's a
Uh,
whole another story. Usually a guy kind of like because most men will be like, well, I'm gonna make my own anyway.
right. Yeah. I ain't married you for your money. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
I didn't. If I'm coming into most men gonna be like, if I'm coming up into this relationship, I'm planning on providing for you.
Right.
So I'm not thinking about what you have in that aspect of what your to most men, your assets of what you have is not it's not benefiting them. It's more
Right.
for you because most men gonna be like, well, I'm gonna provide. I'm providing. So we're not thinking about I should throw me some money to the side for a backup plan and things like that. No, we want to provide the best that we can, best provision that we can give you.
Right.
So if I already got money, like I was going back to it, and I asked you for a prenup, most likely you're probably going to walk out the door. But on the same time, you as a woman, you can stash money to the side for a backup plan. Ain't that's the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just flipped it around.
Yeah.
But that's that double standard that we have to live in as men.
That's true.
Yeah.
You don't need us, you don't want us, you don't you don't need us to do anything. Oh, you do need us because if you want to reproduce, you got to have a man's you got to have a man for that.
They just go to the bank.
But still, that still came from a man.
Right.
Can't take two
That's
eggs
true.
to make a baby.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, you can go to the bank all you want, but it still came from a man.
That's right.
Yeah. I think we have to learn to live together again successfully, you know? But I'll be honest. I mean, I don't succumb to the idea that a man has to make more income than his wife. I don't think that's necessarily true.
Right.
But if I married a woman and, I knew it was God's will and, I was really into, and she asked me to sign a prenup, I would probably sign it. I would probably sign it. I mean, just depending on the factors. Because I know if it were me, and I said, ask her, I would ask her to sign a prenup. I would expect her to. So if I knew it was God's will, I really wanted this. I actually don't think that. I personally don't think that's a big deal.
I agree.
You know.
I third that emotion because I think if I love her, I love her. It's not about the money. I'm not even really. And then if my wife make more money than me, that don't offend me. It doesn't change that the fact that I'm a man. I'm still going to be the head of my household.
That's right.
It's not the money that make you the head of the household.
Not at all.
No.
However, I think the culture in general makes one feel, and it gets in the psyche of the woman. Like, well, I got this, and what I need him for, until they need you,
Yeah.
because it's not about. See, it's not all about money. It's about headship. I think headship and authority and being accountable. And when one feels that it's all about money, then they make wrong choices
Mm-hmm.
because it's not all about money. It's I get the money, I can do whatever. I don't even need this person no more because I got no. Then how can you adequately teach your daughter? I mean, to love their husband, and you'll love yours. You really try to reproduce yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't, but you want better for them. Yeah, you want better, but you want better for them, but you want better for yourself. So how does that look? How does it look? I mean, so I think you just have to. I think if you look at the whole composite of the family, it has a hierarchy, and it's all for the betterment of the unit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what happens is that male or female, a lot of people get into marriage with the self motive about what I can get, not what is our purpose together. And even with that being said, when you go in as your purpose together, is journey the vision of the man. It's not that I'm trying to follow the vision of my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I may help the vision of my wife because it encompasses other mine. I help support it. Yes, I think that's. What's your take on that?
Well, I don't I don't mind helping if my wife have a vision and I agree
Right,
with the vision. I will support her as her husband. I should support
right,
her, especially if it's not nothing wrong. I wouldn't support her in ill actions, but if it's for the better of the family or she's starting a business and I have a skill set that she need for her business,
right.
of course I'm gonna support her. You know, just like I expect the same out of her. I feel like as the head, if I say, hey, this is the direction we're moving, I expect her support.
Right. It's a
And
team.
yeah, exactly. And if she don't agree with it, I'm open for conversation. But still, if I say no, this is how we're gonna do it at the end of the day, I feel like that's how it should be done.
Right? You feel, Renee?
Well, I mean, I agree. I personally think that it's better when there's one vision and one direction for a family
Hmm.
to keep it so you can be focused and unified. Um, I don't think it's good if, like, but again, that's an old fashioned way of, which I agree with, a way of looking at it. I feel like God gives a man a vision, a purpose, a calling, like Adam. Adam was in the garden by himself first with God. God gave him it, and then he blesses him with the gift of a wife to help fulfill God's purpose. So in the end, it's all about God's purpose. So it should be about, you know, the vision that God gives for the family. Um, not because some people get their vision from God, which is where you should get it, but then some people get it from the world or from other sources. And the world might say, well, you need to be this way. You need to have this. And so sometimes some women, some wives, they start feeling unfulfilled because they're looking at the wrong thing. Because the world says, "Oh, you're a wife. Is that all? That's it? Don't you want to
Yeah.
own your own company? Don't you want to?" They start and the wife starts feeling like, "Oh yeah, I want more." I had all these, and I think that to me is not a good perspective.
Yeah, I totally agree. I agree with that. That's but that but like it goes down to what you say. It's a worldview, not a biblical spiritual view. That's a worldview. Oh, me as the wife, I gotta have and not realizing because they're looking at the worldview and they looking at material value or status, vice not looking at the importance of her duties as a wife, what a wife really brings, because the wife is part of that success of the husband. Because if he's able to go out there, hunt, and then make the things and make things happen, and to provide, that means, and if he able to be out there and provide without worrying about what's going on at home and all these little things, and her worrying about worldly views, that means she can manage that household. He might be in charge, but she's like the manager. She's like the vice president. She got more control. Basically, I
Yeah.
mean, really want to think about it, she had more control than him, than us as men, because she's right there. She's in the house. She's managing the house. She got the influence over the kids because she's most likely the one that's majority that's going to be there with the child.
Mhm.
She's
Especially when you think about traditional relationships.
she's the neck to the head.
Yeah.
She's the
And
neck to the head.
and if she support the head, and that head is a, a, a man of God, guess what? She's connected to the vision. She's helping birth that vision. And when that vision birth, and when that vision is birthed and that vision is seen and it has matured, she get the benefits of the maturity of that vision. But if she's so caught up on what the world think in the world view, she can be destroying the vision and don't even realize she destroying the vision when she could have had everything she want, because she's supporting the vision. And the vision of a godly husband is ordered by God. It's him fulfilling, um what's the proper word? It's him fulfilling his
Purpose.
destiny of his purpose. So if he's doing the purpose his purpose that God has given him, all the blessings come behind that, especially if she's supporting, so she get the benefit. So if I make $1 million tomorrow and my wife was there the whole time and she's supporting and she's helping make sure that what my vision is coming forth and it's maturing, she get the benefit from that $1 million too. But if I got this vision and she don't, and she's not supporting me and she's giving me more what's called, and I get frustrated as a man and I stop focusing on the vision, guess what? That $1 million that we could have had, we don't have it because you more worried about what everybody else say or what the
Right.
world say. For you to be a woman, you got to have this or this, that, and you don't need him. Oh, he ain't this, he ain't that because he don't have this. When material things don't make you a man that have $1 million, a man that got $1, got $1. They both are considered men. One
Right.
just had a little bit more material wealth, have more access to things than the other person that with $1. You know, I see crazy questions like sometimes, you know, you go on YouTube, you flipping around, you see crazy stuff like if your man was rich, is it okay for him to cheat? Oh yeah. You see women say that. I don't like saying to myself, you know what? You couldn't even be you. I wouldn't even think of you as a person I would want to marry if you would think just because I have these things, it's okay for me to mistreat you in that way. I think if you say if my I feel like if you okay with that, you'll be okay with anything because you don't have the morals and values. You don't share my morals and values. If you're okay with me, I have to be held accountable because I'm responsible. And part of that, me being being responsible and accountable is part of that is on you because of the expectations that you should have for of me going out into the world, me conquering the world, but I'm not trying to conquer another woman.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Mhm. But I think sometimes we have to remember that not every man can or wants to be a husband, and not every woman can and wants to be a wife. You
They
know,
just want they just want the wedding.
right? Some people want a wedding or a marriage, but they don't
They want to
necessarily want
show.
to be husband or wife.
Yeah.
You know, and I
Well,
think
that's,
that makes
yeah.
a difference.
Yeah.
And
That's
and it's okay. Then I think people in this culture we might need to make a little shift where start letting people know it's okay to be single.
yeah.
Marriage
Yeah.
is a gift from God, but everyone can't succeed in marriage because not everybody has been raised to share that much of themselves. You know, marriage is a really big deal. It's two human beings deciding to combine their lives together. That's nothing to take lightly. And some people are just not wired to do that. And it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay single, you know, be a boss babe, you know, do it. That's okay. It's fine. Um, but I think what happens is people try to force those realities into marriage and it doesn't work. Some people need to stay single. And I think we need to change our culture where we stop like, you know, how come you're not married yet, or when you're getting married, or when, you know, or we promote this idea that oh, you're not married, oh, you're trash, you're garbage, nobody wants you. And I think what it does is it creates this narrative where both, but women in particular, feel pressure to try to go out and be married. I want to be married, when they have no chance of succeeding at it. Some people it's okay to be single. You know, some people marriage is just not a good fit for them.
Yeah.
And men, we're part of the problem too because we try to make women, some of us we try to make women wives that are not wives.
I
You know,
totally agree.
yeah. They look good. They got a small waist, big thighs. Long hair. Oh, I like that. I want that. And we try to
Get that for
we
salad.
marry baby mamas and we create a girlfriend and or a woman. And we try to make her a wife, but that's just not who she is, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah. We looking at and we looking at the physical and just thinking because they have that Coke bottle shape that hey it's the wife, and I understand the physical. Usually it's the physical
Men.
attraction that calls you to start the conversation to even want to court that person. So I understand the physical portions, but when you start diving in, what is the content of their character? That's what you have to really go for. And the truth of the matter is, if she flugly, you know what I mean. You're not gonna approach her.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, that's just the truth. Just
Right.
like if she find you flugly, she's not gonna approach you.
yeah.
Well, if you got Tom Ford on, she probably will.
Well,
Yeah,
that,
that is
and see,
true.
Tom, Tom Ford, and you get a Lambo and get two teeth. She think those two teeth is cute.
Yeah, it does make up for some
yeah,
for the man side.
yeah, that's the shiny things. But after the shiny things are gone,
She be gone, but
yeah, with your shiny things.
yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
I think we have to stop marrying projects. If you can't accept the person the way they are, so when you meet this beautiful woman, I mean, this is not for you guys, you're married, but when you meet this beautiful woman and she's super sexy and but as you're getting to know her, you realize, oh, this is not, this woman can't be a wife to me, or this is not a wife. You have to
Yeah,
have enough in you to say, okay, let me move on. But a lot of men, they're so dominated by their physical desires, they can't move on until it becomes a disaster, and then they move on.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a term for that, right?
What?
Simps, simps. Uh, all right, enough of that. Enough of that. Yeah,
But
yeah,
as I've matured and I've gotten older, I am more attracted to the non-physical. I'm still attracted to physical. I will always be. I'm a man, but I'm more attracted now to like a woman that's kind.
hmm
If she's soft spoken,
yeah,
if she's like not very attention hoarding. Whereas when I was younger in my 20s, man, if she was physically beautiful, oh, that's all it took. I would look over a lot of things, because she was fine. I just, and I would see character flaws, but I would just kind of be like, oh, okay. I mean, it's not that bad. Yeah, she tortures kittens, but okay. It's okay. She just got, we'll fix that. But then as I've gotten older, I'm more like, no, I really enjoy like kindness. I
hmm
enjoy a woman that, who smiles, who have a pleasant conversation with you, as opposed to the super bad woman who's like mean looking and, you know, doesn't look behind her when she opens the door. Those little things when I was 20s, it didn't matter, but it often brought me into things where looking back, I regret it. Where I
yeah,
should have just, no, this is no good. Let me leave this alone. But she was beautiful. So I overlooked a lot of stuff until it got so bad that I couldn't overlook it anymore.
Yeah, see, but I understand that because we all been in our 20s and we thought with the other head most of the time, and 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 just we wasn't mature as the and have the experience of life that we have now, so that does cause us to look at the flaws much sooner because it's like it ain't like we got all the time in the world. So now it's like you have no patience and have no time for them things that that's not a that that's not that don't fit your ideal of the woman that you want to marry. You don't have time for that. You're like, nah, let me move on because that right there, I can't get down like that.
Yeah.
I can't get with you. Your goals are not the same. They're not matching up with mine. We'll be pulling in two different directions. Other than building a home, we'll be destroying
Yeah.
a house.
Yeah. And I'm not as hypnotized by looks. I mean, I see unbelievably beautiful women all the time, but it doesn't really faze me anymore. It's like, okay. What's your personality like? Whereas before, oh, looks, but now, I mean, I see tens every day, but it doesn't like move me the way it used to. Because I realize that she may be bipolar, she may be schizophrenic,
She may be male.
she may, well, it's not, I, I can, yeah, I can still tell a little bit, but yeah, you are skeptical, like, yeah, that's sad, that's awful. Yeah, I tell married
Hello.
men, boy, y'all better stay married. Don't come out here in these waters. There's some sharks in these waters. The grass is not green on the other side. Trust me.
It's astroturf because they ain't real.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? I'm just happy to see you. You happy to see me? What you mean? No, But you said you love me. No. You told me you gonna be honest. That ain't honest. But yeah,
I was
it's crazy
I
where
was
Maybe
we
they
live.
was honest when they was saying they was happy to see you and they was pointing at you.
I was trapped in his body,
Yeah, that's
and
to
God
me. That's
showed
like the
me that I'm
ultimate.
really a woman.
That's just awful. It's
Yeah.
awful to me. Yeah.
Just wait till I get back from Sal's. I look like everybody else. Give me some Peruvian weaves, some lashes. Yeah, I shaved it. Shaved
Well,
it. Yeah.
blood tests and physical exams are going to become a more permanent part of initiating relationships now.
Yeah. And I like to see your baby pictures.
Yeah.
I see you. Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that. I like that.
Yeah. You know what? Here's my baby, my 5 years old. Let me see one yours. That
Mhm.
it just be your luck that it be just your luck that at 4 they decide that they wanted to change over.
Oh, dude, that's sick. That's
Then you
just really sick.
then you meet their parents. Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I see. And let's go back to old girl. Old girl, that what did you think her emotional state was when she went to address the gentleman that hit her with a brick? And then what do you think her emotional state was after she got hit with the brick?
I think she felt like she could do things and get away with it. She probably was saying, the guy who made the follow-up video said how she was ridiculing him and antagonizing him.
Mm-hmm.
She probably felt like it was okay. I can say this to you. I can do this. But then afterwards, when she was punished in a sense, she expected other people to stand up for her, and they just were not. They weren't willing. Justifiably so. I mean, you have to be wise. If you're starting trouble, no man should hit a woman with a brick. I get that. But at the same token, I don't want you going around slapping people and then saying, Renee, you protect me. when I might be saying, no, don't do that. He said, well, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna go around slapping people. And and then I said, well, okay, now if you do that, I'm not gonna protect you. And you do it anyway, well, okay, then now you have to suffer the consequences.
But she didn't slap that guy though.
We don't know that. We
No, no,
don't
I'm
know
Well, yeah.
saying
that.
Well,
she
the
was.
guy, the follow-up video said that that she was antagonizing him and ridiculing him. Um, Not that he should. I still don't think he should have hit her. I'm not saying that at all. He shouldn't hit her with a brick at all.
But if it was a,
He should have just walked away.
but if it was a man doing the exact same thing, what you think he would have done? What would be the
Probably hit
proper?
him with a brick too.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I don't think. I don't see. I don't think it has. To me, I think it has less to do with him hitting with the brick, and less to do with her being a woman. Then, man, really?
Yeah.
Somebody you gonna hit them with a brick because they're talking to you?
Yeah. That
However,
guy has anger issues.
anger issues. However, but I think it'd be more justifiable. It wouldn't have been viral if it was a guy. Because you walk up in a guy's face, man, you ain't this, you ain't such and such, man. You ain't this, you little bit such and such, man. Keep on talking. Keep on talking. Keep on talking, man. You need to step away. Man, what the F you ain't gonna do nothing, you little peewee, da. You ain't gonna do nothing. Man, just get away from me. Breath stank. I mean, go on. I mean, you ain't gonna do
See, that was too much talking. Men that I know and the way I was raised, that's too much talking. You say a couple of words and it's on.
But
either we gonna walk away.
But I would assume because it was a woman. I mean, maybe that's a sexist statement, but I think she kept going on and on. It wasn't. I don't think she just said one or two words. She kept going on and on and on because I think it takes is a build up.
I think if you scratch a scab long enough, it's gonna come off and blood gonna squirt. So that's what I think, and I think that's what she did.
I think she was the one who scratched it and kept on scratching. It kept on scratching.
She probably caught, this dude. She probably saw him as as a weak person.
He showed up.
She probably saw him as as one of them individuals. She might have been like, oh, I could probably get over on him. I can push him over. What is he gonna do? And she might have caught him when he was at that 99, and what she did, pushed him to 100, and then smack.
Yeah,
and some sense got knocked in. Like, whoa, you can't play with everybody.
And truth of matter, the guy probably wasn't 6'5" and 245, 55 pounds. He probably was 5'6", 175 pounds. And she probably
that's why she ain't dead.
Yeah, because it's a group. She said it was a group of men. So why you going to address him?
Right. Yeah.
Probably the smallest of them. I mean, that's my assumption. Then you had a good point. If it was a man 6'4", 270 pounds, and he hit with that brick, she'd probably be dead.
They'd probably kill him. Yeah.
I mean,
but the fact that there was a group of men there and nobody did anything, it probably shows you that they were all in unison. They were all white. Think about it. There's a group of men here and nobody did anything. They were probably all like, yeah, she deserved what she got. I don't think she deserved what she got. I don't think she did. But the fact that nobody was like, that's proof that everyone that was witnessing this probably didn't feel a need to like stand up for her because of her own actions.
Her reputation preceded her.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy in the video said that she was known in that community. She's known for,
antagonizing people for reaction videos. I told you earlier, I said, I do not understand how these people go around, male or female, go around. It goes to a point of what is their emotional state. Go around doing prank videos and don't know what people are carrying.
That's true. Carrying or what their mental status is,
or what they can do. You told me, Renee, when you said that this guy go around. His prank was he go to pizza place and eat a piece of pizza off your plate and sit down right beside you, right?
Yeah, he'll walk up to strange people and just take a bite out their food and just sit there and start talking to them like nothing. You're like, hey, how are you? Pick up the pizza, bite it, put it back on their plate. Yeah, what's going on, man? You having a good day? And one time he did it to one guy, and the guy knocked him out. Now, me personally, by the grace of God, I wouldn't do that. I don't think so. I wouldn't get violent if you just walked up and ate food off my plate. I would be stunned and shocked. I might call security. I might actually get away from me. But that guy hit him with a full power right hook and knocked him unconscious.
I'm down
And
with the right
he
hook.
hit him so hard that it tore his mouth. So where like when his mouth was closed, you could see his teeth through his lips. It tore a hole in his mouth. That's how hard the guy hit him.
And did he scream simplify after that?
Rah. hey, Renee, I'm sorry. Nobody is not gonna just walk up and put their hand in my food and grab my food off my plate. I'm sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
Renee, you have a dog, right?
Well, I used to. She's gone. But continue.
Okay. When your dog was eating its chow, you wouldn't dare put your hand down there near that dog's mouth and food at the time that dog's eating, will you?
I did not normally do that, no.
Because most dogs usually the ones I've been around usually get a little aggressive when you
when you're eating.
Yeah, they're eating. So I bark, roof, roof. So please don't do that to my plate. You know what I mean?
I would. No, I'm saying, I would definitely. I don't think I'd get violent. I'd be stunned and shocked and try to get the person away from me. But I don't think I would hit.
You'll be stunned and shocked as you wake up.
Yeah. So
wow, like yo, like really? Like that's what I'll be like after you wake it up and you talking about. I'm be like, really? You really want to? You want to have a conversation about this?
This guy worked a 12-hour shift. He said, "Yeah, I'm watering for this pizza, the pepperoni, extra cheese." And he put his phone up and about to look at Netflix episode. He said, "Yeah." And then guys, what the beep?
That could have been that guy last $2. You know,
last $2, yeah, and 37 cents. You know, it's like, man, what? You choice words, Pop, man. What you do? Yeah, I mean, you never know. You never, because it's like they responded when the guy hit him. It wasn't premeditated. It's reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and
you're gonna
some
pull
people
them
are
kind
more
of
violent
pranks.
than others.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pull them kind of pranks, you got to be ready.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah.
A lot of pranks I said that ain't funny at all. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's a prank, man. I heard people say, I don't give a F what it is. It's just,
Yeah, you can't play with everybody like that. You just can't.
Like
That's
you
why-
ever seen the guy? He runs around in a clown suit. He walks up to people and kicks them in the groin.
That's definitely not funny. I'm hurting right now just for thinking about getting kicked in the groin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
The YouTube channel is actually called "Kicked in the Nuts."
yeah, but how many guys normal guys, like getting kicked in the junk? Guys see another guy get kicked in the joints, and guess what? They feel it.
Yeah.
They grabbing their package and leaning over like they.
Yeah.
I know a person said, and suppose they kick. I know somebody this happened to. You know what I'm talking about. Renee know what I'm talking about. This person, what happened to him that he got picked up for he's had a mental break. Yeah, he had a mental break, and he told me that it's funny to me because he's like He said, yeah, Barney's yeah, they'll hit me in my stuff. And I didn't feel it. I was like, yes. Yeah, he said, man, they was pow, pow. And I was like, yes, yeah. He said,
That sounds like a fetish.
uh, no, he was saying yes, but he's like, mean that he didn't feel nothing. So you didn't feel nothing? Not a thing. Not a thing.
Okay, it is okay. One, it sounds like a fetish. Now, martial arts. You and when I was in the military, we did what's called body hardening, toughening techniques, where you get hit certain parts of the body. Usually it wasn't the growing areas. It's like so it so you absorb the impacts. Much better, much better than normal. It's toughening you up.
Right.
So now you get hit there, you don't really think about it, feel it. You don't have a reaction. You just continue to do what you was trained to do.
Right. No, the guy had a psychosis, and probably the blood rushed it, so his mind was a certain area. So he said I didn't feel it. It numb. It's like almost like being in a yeah, like you said, the toughness. Your emotion. You probably don't feel it till afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's like adrenaline rush. Like everything rushed and his muscle, everything fight, flight, and freeze. So no matter what you're going through, he was in fight mode. He was in
Mm-hmm.
fight mode, and he didn't feel any. He didn't feel. Why did I bring it up? He didn't feel any of that from getting hit. But you like but when they say the person kicking nuts, but just that's my point. My point is, suppose they ran into somebody like that and they kicked him. It's like, yes, ha ha ha, do it again, and then boy, they run because they wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
It's supposed you kick somebody and then they say, okay, oh, okay, that's pretty good. Let me see what you got. Yeah, oh, okay, we doing that, huh? All right, that's right. Uh-huh. You came up to my house, and you kicked me in my stuff. And yay!
I'm sorry, I just can't get with getting
I
kicked
can't give,
in.
I can't give it that. Somebody have somebody will have a channel, and they still living. But that's a high risk to become famous. I mean, that's a high risk. People do stuff like that, and then, oh well. Sorry, this channel no longer exists because we're gonna play the last video they did when they kicked somebody in the screws. And
R.I.P.
yeah, yes. RIP, no pun intended. They rest in pieces of a dream. Yeah, so yeah, because it's dangerous. I've seen other stuff. You told people whispering in people's ears, and I've seen when people they push up on somebody, and then it's what you doing? What you doing? I mean, and they don't push up on just small guys. They push up on these big guys.
Mm.
Yeah,
It ain't worth it.
like I said, if you willing to be a prankster, you be prepared for the reaction, and it may not always be the reaction that you think you, the response from someone that you think you wanted, because you never know the mental status of the person that you pulling this prank on, what's going on, where they at, what's their background, you know, or what you may have triggered in that person.
And also, you don't know if and heaven forbid if you pull up on somebody in a state that has the gun undisclosed gun carrying laws, but they don't have to show the gun.
Oh, concealed carry.
Conceal, yeah, you push up and they it click.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they trained to do it, and so therefore them doing it is a response. Yeah, oops, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
And when you train to shoot, you don't train to maim.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot to kill.
Send a mass.
Yeah.
Double tap, pop pop.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what lots of happen accidentally. But hey, so that the so all I have to say about the this video, the emotional state of her and the emotional state of the guy. Obviously, you don't know the state of the individual. You're acousting verbally, and that's my thing. The verbal abuse to a man is just as bad as physical abuse to a woman. The verbal abuse coming from a man means that it's time to go, throw down. However, it's come to a point in time that women are thinking that they're men, and they can, and when they talk to a man like a man, but they're woman, they can't take the smoke.
Well, uh, in her case, I think she then came to. I think
They
it's
can't
so
shake their
accustomed.
head.
Yeah, it then got to her head that because most of the time a guy would avoid physically assaulting a female. Most guys,
Right.
that I know would
Me too.
would would try to avoid it at all costs. Even if she comes swinging, most of the time you're trying to grab a bear hugger to keep her from hitting you or something like that. Um, and hey, she picked the wrong bear that day, I guess.
And because the system and a couple of reasons. Then I went to school at but I went to St. Albans my freshman year. And don't director said, listen, if a girl hits you, he said, I don't care if she beat you. He said, you run. He said, you run. Don't hit her back because the judge is here. Because you hit a woman, you got 6 months in jail.
Mm-hmm.
But she hit me first, don't matter. But that was
Yeah.
then. Things may change now because a lot more women become more aggressive.
Yep.
It was out of character. It was out of character then, but it's not out of character now.
Yeah, the privilege that you have cause you to now it's catching up because now that privilege is not accepted as much anymore.
Yeah.
Of you, so because it used to be if it's domestic, usually when you think of domestic cases you usually think of guy being the aggressor, but it's female aggressors.
Right. Right.
And now it ain't far as now it's a little bit more fair across the board, usually because usually they investigate a little bit more like, oh, she hit you first, she attacked you, oh, then what was you doing? I was trying to push her off me. Oh, how did she get this? Oh, when I went to push her away, when I pushed her, she she fell or my hand slipped, smacked her, but it wasn't a closed hand fist. It was me, swinging,
right.
trying to in a manner of pushing you back, and I just happened to hit you in the face, or hit you, or it
Yeah, that's
hurt.
different. Just
You know what I'm saying? And now the cops are listening a little bit more. Like, yo, he wasn't the problem. That was the problem. Well, in the past, it didn't matter. The guy was the problem.
Yeah,
It was
automatic.
it was
I,
yeah.
I think they're starting even at a younger age too. I told my daughter, said, listen, they talking junk now. We're gonna get you back in jujitsu because they're coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
They talking right now, but I've seen a lot more younger girls are more ratchet than guys, and guys will even say, yeah. I'm talking the guys. It's like the 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds say, yeah, the one. It's like, they're ratchet. It's it's bad out there in them streets,
Yeah. Mhm.
and
Yeah,
they don't let it die either. I think back in our day, if you had an altercation, you hit it, bam, bam, it's over. And I don't think that's just for women either. I think that's for boys and girls.
yeah.
Mhm.
Different mindset. And I think some of this stuff with social media play a part of it
It's a big part.
because like when we was growing up, if you had a fight, usually the next day, maybe even a couple of hours later, you and your friend probably playing. You and that person probably playing or hanging around. It ain't, you know,
Yeah,
it's usually the beef usually stays there when you got other people that agitate the situation and always remind you like, hey, you blah blah blah. Oh man, or man, just bringing it up and it never really
right,
die, and you don't have time to what you call it, because today somebody can get online and say something online, 2 million, 3 million, however, can view that disrespect, and now it's hard for you to come back from that
right.
disrespect.
Get your
So
own
in order
class.
to get your so-called get your respect back, now you gotta, you know, now you gotta attack that person. You gotta get some. You gotta get more aggressive on what you say and come out. And then if you run into each other, you done said all that. Both of y'all done said all this stuff. Guess what you got to do? You got to back up what you just said.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's true. So let's get last words on what we gotta say. Wrap it up.
Well, I hope in the end that she's okay, you know, and that she learns from her mistake, you know. Perhaps she'll, just be more careful in the future. And I hope the guy, hopefully he sees the error of his ways too, and that he'll, minimize
And
violent
you,
outbursts like that.
Yeah, because I definitely have some anger issues on that. How about you, Tito?
well, in Alabama, we use folding chairs, not bricks. And I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Why the cops watch?
Yeah,
Hold my hand. I guess you got this hand. I still got this
yeah.
hand.
But on a serious note, I think at the end of the day, no matter what your sex is, we all have to be held accountable. I
Right.
think that's what it is at the end of the day. We have to be held accountable. Men have to also hold other men accountable as women should hold women accountable. And then that way we can all come together and as a whole and hold each other, men holding women accountable and vice versa and all that good stuff. And we just hold we all hold each other accountable. It's about accountability. If we do that, we'll have less of the craziness in the world. Other than like giving 10 million likes when you acting crazy, like I give you 10 million dislikes to let you know, hey, that's not cool what you're doing.
Right. Okay. All right,
Agree.
fellas. All right, until next time. Yeah, we
All
go.
right.
All right.
Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the light.
Amen.
Amen.
Yahweh El Shaddai.
Yeah.
Put the
I'm not ashamed of the gospel.
Habashiba, what you say Habashia? What's the last you?
I say Yahweh El Shaddai.
No, you say Yabashi. What's your other one say? Yabashia Abashaba?
No, yeah, yeah.
He said Yabba Dabba
Yeshua
Do. Fred
HaMashiach.
Flintstone.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeshua HaMashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yeah,
Oh, everybody.
Yeshua HaMashiach.
Hamashiach. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's just Hebrew for Jesus the Christ, the Messiah, the Mashiach.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Yabba Dabba Do to you too.
Oh, hey, journeymen, journeywomen, thank you for coming out with me. For those who are looking at me live, and as well as those who will see me on the replay, if you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others? How? By clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Subscribe, commenting, and sharing, and engaging with me. If you look on the replay, put a comment in the section. I will respond to it on the next on my next session or my next show. And so this has been a what happened update from a hero's journey with Dr. D. And if you have anything else I like, if you don't remember anything else from this video or from this show, remember this: every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never move back because life is just too short to live looking in the rearview mirror. And you look up to your left and your right if you're on the replay, and you see I have purpose, purpose, purpose focused videos as well as a new video shells of In Them Streets with Dr. D and Ride and Share with Dr. D, along with my feature videos. Check those out. Comment them down below so it can show engagement and help the algorithm. And also, if you need anything a little bit more, you can just check me out on the Hero Seeks down below. Down below at heroseek.org. Set a session and we can sit and talk about it. So this is Hero Journey with Dr. D. And remember, you are important. I feel that you're important. God knows that you're important. So it's got to be that you are important. You are important. We are out.
Wanna move my feet.